that sort of size piece. Okay, and if you need, I will leave all of my things up here so that you can see them for reference. Okay, so that's the size you're going to cut for the lettuce. For your garlic, for the Caesar dressing, you're going to chop this very, very fine. So what you can do is just take off the core. You can smash the garlic with the side of your knife. And you're going to chop very finely, okay? You don't want any large chunks in here because you get a large chunk in the dressing. Nobody wants to eat a big, giant piece of raw garlic. Sometimes what you can do as well to get it even finer and to bring out the natural oils.
Salt. Adding salt.
You can take a little bit of salt for texture, put that right onto the garlic, and then you can use the side of the knife.
Wow. Green.
Okay, and you can get that nice and fine, just like that. I've given you, you do not need to measure your red onion. I've just divided the red onion for all of you. The red onion, again, you want fairly fine. It doesn't have to be finely chopped like that, but you're going to take the core off. So just like if we were preparing to do the julienne of the onion, then you're going to do a nice thin slice. Very, very finely chopped. Okay, just like we did on the first day. First julienne, and then we go to brunoise. Okay, so that's what we want for the red onion. I'm not cutting it all. I'm just showing you how to cut it. You can cut whatever you need. I'm just showing you how to cut it. Out of the way. Your capers. The capers we don't want to break down too much. We want to have a little bit of texture to them. So you can see that these have been packed in salt. So they're preserved in salt. You can get them in two different ways. One way is they come in salt, the other way is they come in like a brine, like a salted water. So when this is the case and you have the salted ones, you've got to get them and squeeze them out. Just to remove some of that excess salt. For these, you're just going to chop them very coarsely. So I'm only going to run through them with my knife, maybe once or twice. And that is it. So leave them somewhat coarse. The anchovy for your dressing. Same as what I did for the garlic, except without the salt. Because these are very salty, you don't need any more salt in them. You can start by chopping them very fine. If you must, but this is supposed to be in a Caesar salad dressing. You won't taste them. You won't taste fish. You'll just taste a different type of salt. Okay, and then you can just paste them. You can just paste them like that, just like we did with the garlic.
It's salty and small.
Okay, for your white onion, for your rice dish, this one, we're going to do this cut, where we cut across, and then we end up with these sort of small little diamond shapes. These are going to be sauteed in the pot for your rice pilaf. We do not have the saffron; it was not available, So you're going to omit the saffron from your rice recipe and just do everything else. And it calls for vegetable stock. We're just going to use water. Okay, so this is what you're going to do for the white onion.
We could use the color of curry. It doesn't have taste and it can give color.
We don't have any of those spices though. So we're just going to go with everything but the saffron, and you're going to use...
Just it will give color.
Yes. Okay, so there's the onions, there's the capers, there's the garlic, there's the anchovy. For the horseradish, this is the fresh horseradish that you're using for which recipe?
Salad.
For the smoked salmon, yeah. So for that,
It's very tasty.
it's very strong.
Very strong.
Very
yeah.
strong. So you peel.
We planted in Conestoga.
I don't know where this one's coming from, but I know you can get it Canadian, you can get it American.
I mistook this for ginger. I thought this was ginger for the first time.
Okay, so for the horseradish, can I have that cheese grater, please? Okay, so for the horseradish, you're just going to go on the smallest hole there.
أولفت الفلفل الأبيض.
Okay, so the horseradish, that's all you're going to do for that is you're going to grate that on the smallest one.
مثل
Okay.
لفت الفجل.
Now, for your Caesar salad, you're also making croutons. We can use the same oven that we used for the buns yesterday for your croutons. This is the bread you're going to use, and we want to get nice sort of cubes.
Same size.
Okay, that's the size that you want for the croutons.
What is the name of this bread?
This is a brioche. So it's got eggs and it's butter. Similar to the buns yesterday, right? It's got butter and it's got eggs in it. So it's kind of the same.
Lovely buns.
Okay, so that's going to be for your croutons. You're going to toss these in a bowl with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of pepper if you want. And then you're going to put them onto a tray of sorts, a baking tray with parchment paper, and then you can toast them in the oven, okay? And I'll turn the oven on over there. I haven't turned it on yet. For your rice, we have the 4 burners back there, and we have all the burners up there. The chef is not up there today, so we have all the room to do your rice up there. The pots that you're going to use are all the pots down here. We do not have any lids for the pots, so you can use aluminum foil. You can put the foil over, make sure the foil is nice and tight, and then you can cook your rice like that. I'm sure all of you have cooked rice before. It shouldn't be an issue. So you guys can take care of the rice on your own. I don't need to demonstrate that. I will show you when the time comes. I will demonstrate the building of the sandwiches and the Caesar salad. Once you're ready with your Caesar salad, you're going to have your lettuce ready to go. You're going to have your croutons nicely toasted, golden brown.